Hello. Today's Halloween comic book review is for Tomb of Darkness. This is issue number 13. The Price is Murder. Marvel Comics Group. This is Volume 1, number 13. It was copyrighted in 1974. Published, looks like 1975 issue. The cat was sleeping on me. Now he's mad. It's this cooler weather. He's just on me all the time now. The first story is Stan Lee presents Tomb of Darkness, The Man in the Tomb. And this issue, you see a guy about to get his head chopped off, kind of like a sorority style prank that's getting him, but it's for adults. It's a man getting inducted into a club, and the axe ends up being a piece of paper for the axe part, but he was all expecting to be getting his head chopped off after he was kidnapped. And then we got a mafia character that happens to pop into their little group, comes in with a gun, says that his wife wants him to be more social, so she wanted him to join a group of some sort, so he's wanted to join their group, and probably not smart to join a group that uses sorority style pranks by introducing yourself by sticking a gun on everybody. That was pretty dumb to do that. But the other prank that the guy that had his head chopped off, they said you're lucky that you didn't get the tomb prank. Because the tomb prank, this first story was uh, first presented in Mystic number 12, which I don't remember if I've seen Mystic Comics or not. But the whole tomb gag is you get locked in a tomb and they stick a key outside this hole on the door, and you can, depending on how long you stay in the tomb, that depends your status in the club. And the guy's all worried about it, the mafia guy, and explain it to him. You got the key right outside the door. Stick your hand through the hole, grab the key, and you can get yourself out when you want to give up and get out. And I guess these are ones that you're not going to really get your hands on easy enough. So basically, the guy panics a little bit, goes to grab the key. When he goes to grab the key drops. And you can imagine what he's going to have to go through after that. Hopefully, he has his gun on him. Then the second story, which first appeared in Weird Worlds number 9. You like silence and peace as restful as the grave? Then come with us into this weirdest world of all. But come alone. This character's going on with life, just constantly surrounded by people that are annoying him, and he wishes that he would be alone. And all of a sudden, this like hypnotic circular stuff starts appearing around him, and everybody disappears. Everybody's gone. But yet, vehicles are driving without a driver. Cups are being picked up and filled without a waiter or people sitting there. So he doesn't realize everybody's still around, but because of the hypnotic presence around him, he feels like he's alone, but he's seeing what's going on. I myself would have ran up to the glasses and stuff and reached out for in the emptiness, just sit there and reach out and see if you can feel arms and stuff because something's moving the cups so they could at least look at it that way. But no, he didn't do that, and he kind of like loses his mind trying to figure out what's going on. And then we have man can stand only so much nagging, then slowly but surely the nightmares start, and madness begins with Stop the Presses. And this one, we have a reporter character that's got his boss yelling at him to get a story. When he brings him a story, his boss doesn't even read it. He rips it up and says, "Do a rewrite right now." He's constantly pushing him, constantly being dickish to him. And so the guy writes the story of his life. And it just so happens to be a story that's dated for something that's going to happen in the future. And his boss is reading the story and he's like, "Well, this can't be big news because this hasn't even happened. It's not that time yet, even." And once the time comes, you can imagine what happens. Someone just is tired of their shit and someone gets payback. Speaking of payback, we got Simon Graves was nearly out of his mind from having to listen to the never ending flow of words that rushed out of his wife's mouth like the torrents of Niagara. Even you would have done something desperate and terrible if you had married the gal who talked too much. Yeah, don't even know why you'd marry her. This is her husband. She just will not shut up. She's always talking stupid stuff, always cutting him down. And this happens to be while he's reading a newspaper about a uh, time capsule that's being buried, and he wants to go check it out, see what's going on. She's like, "Well, you're not gonna leave me home alone. I'm coming with you because I'm gonna ruin your day like every day, but your life." But they go to the time capsule, and she goes off on one of her rants where she won't shut up, and everybody else is trying to get her to shut up. And mention where this one came from. This was originally published in Uncanny Tales #7, and the one before it, did I mention that one? Originally presented in Mystic #12, or Mystic one. But while she's going off in the crowd, he's trying to get away from her and he's telling her to shut up, and she won't. She just has to keep going on and on and on. The crowd's trying to get her to be quiet because they want to hear what's going on with the time capsule, but she won't shut up, so they can't hear what the professor is saying by the time capsule about what's going on with it. And then later on, the professor pulls the guy to the side and explains to him that, "Here, you give your wife this pill tonight, give us your keys, tell us what room, we'll come in there, we'll grab your wife, and we want to have a couple human specimens in this time capsule because it's a big giant rocket type capsule that they're using, so there's plenty of room in it. And they have tons of stuff about humanity in there. They'd like to have some of humanity in the time capsule. So basically, he puts her pill in her milk because there's just enough milk left for one glass, and she has a glass of milk every night before bed. She happened to also talk to the scientist, but we don't see that part. And she puts her pill in his whiskey bottle. He comes home and has a big drink after he puts her pill in the milk bottle. And when he awakes, like he's got his own bedroom and stuff. So he's like, "There's another person here. Why is someone in my bed with me?" Which would be weird since you're married. They're Ricky and Lucy in it. And all of a sudden you hear her cackling away again. She's like, she goes on about how she stuck it in his whiskey bottle and he must have got a pill too and stuck it in her milk. And basically, they're both stuck in a time capsule full of plenty of food and water and oxygen and all that stuff to live out your whole life. But you will die in the capsule because they're not going to open it for like thousands of years or until after a nuclear blast and someone else finds it and digs it up. I mean, who's going around digging all these holes all around the world to come up with these things? It's like that was always a thing that cracked me up about time capsules. You're sticking them in the ground. It's like we're still discovering stuff in the ground. It's like, why do you think aliens are just gonna come to our planet and go right to that spot and dig in the ground is beyond me, even though it's got a big missiles shaped time capsule in the ground. But yeah, this was a fun one as usual. 4 great stories, nice and suspenseful with little twists and stuff. But yeah, mm, it's like I would not have drank. I would have stayed up that whole night until she was gone. I would have helped them load her up. But yeah, it's that was fun. And we got lots more of these coming up yet. Gonna do at least one a day, but my stack is way bigger than we got 16 days left. I got 2 stacks, and that stack right there has over 25 comics in it for my Halloween read. So either I'm gonna have to bust my butt and get a bunch of other ones read, or I might go on into November with these two. For now, keep checking back every day for the next one. Keep following under the call of MS. Rate, review, subscribe. Tell a friend. Give us those likes. Leave a comment. I'll comment back. Check out our Crimson Cult Comic Club. Check out the 5 p.m. Central Time comic claim sale on this week's this following Monday. It should be on Psychotronics Word Guns channel. But the last couple weeks, I found out like a day or two before that it was going to be on my channel. So it'll be on one or the other. So check that out. And we'll get back with more of these soon. Thanks.